Hi, I'm working a practice strip of Idrija Lace curves. These curves have bars in between on the uprights and downrights to join them. So I've just finished doing these three and I'm about to start on this curve here. I have worked through in cross, twist, cross, or cloth stitch as we call it in other laces, to get through the first three passives, and they have gone nicely to one side. The last passive, we put a twist on in preparation. This is the last passive, and work the worker through, cross, twist, cross. The worker now rests to one side, and what was the passive, coming down, the last one here, works back through the three waiting passives to the pin at the outside. Two twists, pop in the pin, and then we're working back. Now I will twist my pillow at this point because I have worked with this line pointing towards me. I now need to work with that curve pointing towards me, not working sideways. So I'll twist my pillow, give it a little jiggle to put it back in its little nest. There we go. Bring it down a little bit so you can see it. That's always handy. So I've got my worker here. My passives are here. So I'm going to work back through these passives with the worker, putting the passives over to one side, putting them over to one side like that, rather than having them left hung down. Also helps the worker pair to snuggle up a little bit closer to the pin, so you're not left with big loops. That's three, and this is the fourth passive, which was the worker. I'm going to give that a twist. I'm going to work through that passive worker, put this one to the side, and I'm going to work back through. Now I would just mention at this point that when I first made these, I made very thin curves. The threads were pulling away from this line here. The idea is with this tape lace is that your threads should pretty much cover and stay within the lines. You shouldn't be seeing a lot of the pattern drawing showing on either side of your tape. So the idea is that you follow that curve nicely. Now if you pull your the new worker down too far, as you can see, you're just coming away from that, and it'll leave you with a very tight, thin curve here. So do be aware that you need to have, obviously if you've got heavier Idrija bobbins, the weight of that bobbin will help keep, can you see that pull there? The bobbin would keep it in place. So be aware of following this line here. It doesn't take a lot of doing. You may automatically do it correctly. Just pointing out that I didn't, and I was disappointed with the results, so I had to figure out what I was doing wrong, and it was simply being too enthusiastic. So I will put that pin in that hole. This is where you would, tension your worker, and pull it off the line, you see? Pulled it off the line. So just be aware. Otherwise, this is a very simple stitch. 3 easies. Get your waiting worker, give it a twist, and it takes over, putting that one to one side, swapping places. Rattle back through. Twist, twist, 2 twists around the pin. There's the pin going in. Pushing down the other 2 that are already done. Working back through these 3 passives. Picking up this waiting worker again with its twist on. Work back through that worker there. Be aware that your pillow is turning on a curve. You do want this curve to curve. Work back through. Twist, twist, go around that pin. Just making sure that my passives are not getting any loops, so I'll go back through, cross, twist, cross, cross, twist, cross, cross, twist, cross, twist on this before I go through it again and swap. I'm going to turn my pillow at this point because I need to be working downwards towards me, keeping that line always towards you. Your bobbins and threads go all over the place, but that has to stay down towards you. So I will go back through these weighting passives, now coming down on the straight-ish bit, but as soon as I hit this point I have a bar weighting here, so I will have to put my twists on. I found that for this thread at this size bar I need 5 twists going to it and 5 twists coming away from it. And just at this last point here, you're still on the curve, so put a twist on this and go back through to make this bar on this side. And there you're all back in order. So when these are brought down and round, the curve is in place, you carry on with the bars and go to the next one along. There you go.